FPS. But that's okay, we've started the stream, and here is a game, SuperSlinky versus his opponent, Corvette. Both of them playing Protoss on Metalopolis, spawning in cross positions. Yes, I do believe I am recording. I hope yeah, I pressed F9, yeah. Let me know if the stream is running smooth. SuperSlinky queuing up some probes. Bad. Let me scoot that over a little bit. I don't know if you guys see it. Yeah, you do see it. There's this little yellow bar that was blocking the food count. Gonna throw down his pylon on 9. Corvette, what are you doing? Getting an extra probe? What is this? Cheese? You're not allowed to do that. Slight lag. Oh man. So this probe is gonna start scouting over there. He does. Oh, never mind. I missed the pylon. Sorry. Let me open production tab to make sure I don't say dumb things. It is getting a little bit late. SuperSlinky getting his gateway on 12. Gonna pause probe production for. No, don't pause. There we go. Getting the probes, continuing on the production. Gonna hide a gateway. Corvette is gonna be hiding a very standard build. Gonna make his opponent to believe that he is doing something super cheesy. Once he finds out once he finds that there's nothing in Corvette's base except for the gas, he's gonna be very surprised to just see a gas. If he would just scout over there, SuperSlinky moving his probe back to base. Man, these colors are similar. It's hard to tell whose probe is their SuperSlinky's probe. Being a little bit lazy, that one scout probe by Corvette is gonna scoot around the outside. SuperSlinky throwing down the cybernetics core, and his opponent Corvette getting a pylon on the edges, as well as his cybernetics core coming up. PvP mirror matchups, usually we see 4-gate into something like, oh, Corvette killing off a probe. Oh, very bad probe there. Got one, says Corvette. Bleeping loser. Or no, I can imagine that being some other word. You do this every game. Oh, SuperSlinky not very happy about that. He's got 2 probes scouting over here. I have no idea why. Just make it part of your build order. Losing a probe is standard now. We just yeah, 15 lose probe. I like that. That's very funny. Corvette being very clever there, throwing down his 3rd gateway, maybe going for 4-gate. We'll see if he throws down a 4th gateway real soon. Throwing down a pylon, making sure he does not get pylon blocked. SuperSlinky also with the 2 gateways coming up. Gonna scoot by this watchtower. Corvette still has a probe over here. That one probe, naughty probe. Gonna spank you for killing that enemy probe there. Well, I guess it's a good thing that it killed an enemy probe. Gonna be scooting back with that probe. Gonna continue scouting around. SuperSlinky warping in his 3rd gateway. Gonna be getting a stalker. No actual units out on the field for either player right now. It's just probes and buildings. Both players should be trying to get those units out real soon. Let's take a look at the units tab. Yeah, Corvette now only just getting his 1st Zella out on the field. Where is he? Where are you, Zella? There you are. Zella is moving out, is on an attack path, is moving to the watchtower, and then moving back. Gonna make sure there's no proxies in the area. SuperSlinky getting out his stalker and his sentry. Gonna be able to ward off any attacks, and looks like he's going for an expansion. Ooh, interesting. Very nice. 3 gateways into an expansion. Robo Bay, not quite. Oh, excuse me. Not quite. Feeling this, he should be warping in sentries to help defend his expansion and not a Robo Bay. Corvette moving his Zealot back, also getting out his robotics facility, and no 4 warp gate from either player this game. Very interesting. Gonna be working on their 3-gate robo builds, I guess. as you can see, I am casting this live, so this is a custom game. So Corvette getting his expansion just a tad later. The observers will be crossing paths in the middle. Perhaps this observer will hang back long enough to allow SuperSlinky's forces to pick that off. SuperSlinky is finishing his Nexus real soon. Corvette is starting to move his units down the ramp, gonna be warping in some pylons. He did get supply blocks. SuperSlinky sneaking a probe over, and a force field, what the? No, trapping himself out. Gonna be able to allow this probe to scout around Corvette. Not very happy about that. Unhappy face. That probe is gonna come over here and see if he can kill off Corvette's probe. No, he wants one, says SuperSlinky. Oh boy. This is probe wars. We should all move our probes out and try to kill each other's probes with our probes. Always a great idea. Again, this war prism that did just spawn is scooting along the edge. Is gonna try to do some harassment. We'll see if this is able to do any damage. 3 warp gates are available for use to warp in a bunch of stalkers or zealots, do plenty of damage to the probes, and it does look like SuperSlinky is moving out. Oh man, we'll see if he is able to defend against this attack. The observers also spotting over here. There's nothing in the base. There's an immortal spawning, but if it's just a bunch of zealots, there would be plenty of damage dealt. Corvette is going to be defending over here. You're going to have 2 stalkers warping in as well as an immortal. The war prism also coming over here. Both players doing similar drop ideas. The Corvette going to be warping in some units soon, I believe. He should know. Oh, he does not know about this. He doesn't see that at all. The zealot warping in the back. SuperSlinky appears to have forgotten about his warp prism. He's just moving all the way back. The zealots are now spawning and moving forward. Gonna start working on those probes, not making any more probes at the main. SuperSlinky, make probes. Please make probes. The probes are just getting stuck over here. The zealots milling around, getting shot in the face. SuperSlinky moving back. That war prism, I don't believe it was used. Corvette did transfer his probes to his expansion nexus, warping in a proxy pylon. Also has the war prism available to do harassment. SuperSlinky is going to move his war prism in once again. Perhaps going to set up and warp in some units. Do it. Warp in units. There we go. Stalkers warping in. And Corvette is completely out of position. He's going to have to warp in units to help defend against this. Are his warp gates free? No, they're not. SuperSlinky, move forward. Do it. Do it. Move it. Move your stuff forward. Attack. Attack with your stalkers. Oh, man. He's not doing it. Corvette is going to hang out here with his units. All of SuperSlinky's units are also up here as well. Additional units warping in for SuperSlinky. Gonna be warping in a huge army in here, apparently. Looks like Corvette is gonna take a bite out of this expansion. More zealots warping in the backside. SuperSlinky finally moving his units forward to do the harassment. Force field going off. Oh, not quite able to wall that all of the probes off, but is going to catch a couple. Does look like Corvette is going to start moving up here. The zealots taking some heavy damage. Force field's going down. Going to wall that immortal inside. Going to blast it to pieces. A force field going off outside. 2 guardian shields getting thrown down immediately. Corvette's going to have to back up your units. He doesn't have enough to break in here. Stop trying to break in there. There we go, finally backing that up. He's got to try to deal with these units back here. Warp in units. Defend, attack, move your units back. Don't let them take out your Nexus. There we go, moving back. Gonna hopefully prevent the Nexus from going down. Gonna stream his units all the way back. An idle probe over here. SuperSlinky moving forward for the attack. Corvette is gonna try to pick off this, pick off the war prism. War prisms don't have that much health. SuperSlinky, remember, you just loaded them. You just loaded your, oh no, losing the war prism as well. Both stalkers in there, unable to do anything. A proxy pylon so far away. Should put proxy pylons right there. Great spot for proxy pylons, and then also over here as well. Gonna be force fields randomly. Gonna blast away at the Manx statue, leaving it with 36 HP. It's quite lucky to be alive. Not really. Run, says Slinky, is pulling all his horses back. Corvette, wow, he feels the need to sneak an expansion. Gonna build an expansion in this corner. SuperSlinky does not know about this proxy pylon, so he's gonna sneak on by. Gonna park his army in the main once again. He's racking up the minerals, forgetting to put guys back in the gas. There's still this War Prism over here. Corvette, do something. SuperSlinky, you could just break that. Zealots warping in on the outside, additional stalkers for reinforcements. Selecting the army, moving it back. Gonna try to defend against this. Warp that into a warp gate. Oh no. And it does look like the War Prism will be getting out of there quite safely. Corvette is moving his units forward once again with the Immortal. Gonna try pounding on his opponent's front door. He does have the expansion up. He needs to make more workers, spend his Chrono Boost, make weapons +1. Is gonna start moving over here. He also has a proxy pylon in this area. SuperSlinky's army is looking smaller and smaller as Corvette starts surging ahead with the unit count. He could even do the harassment in the backside with the War Prism as he pounds in the front door, do additional economic damage. SuperSlinky now warping in a forge and a gateway at this expansion. Gonna start producing the probes over there. A couple of probes queued up. He's got such a high money account. He's got to keep warping in units. Oh man, stop forgetting to warp in units. A key thing to not losing is to warp in units. Corvette is also letting his money get a little bit high. Gonna start moving up. The sentry's not in position because they're trying to deal with the Zealots. Force field going down. The probes are all getting caught out of position. GG calls SuperSlinky, and this game does go to Corvette. Alright. Let's see if there was excessive lag.